What is one thing which is fundamentally not changing before AI and after AI scenario for SEO?
Gen AI is changing everything. We are seeing new features, new look of search altogether.
This morning I was reading an interesting stats that daily there is more than 50 billion searches happening. Definitely number one is Google, but it's only 27%.
Yeah.
Number two is not ChatGPT, and in fact if I add up ChatGPT, Perplexity, Claude, everything, it's not even number 7.
Yeah.
The number 2 is Instagram, and it is almost like 15% plus share. So social media is where this search is happening a lot.
SEO is search engine optimization, but we don't optimize search engine. We optimize for search engine. So it should have been called OSE from the start, but
How do you see the career shaping in this thing? I mean, teach a lot. How do you see that changing for SEO professionals this station?
there is a huge demand of SEOs, good marketing professionals. Companies can't find good SEOs. This is the ground reality.
Suppose there is a new brand which has got launched. How would they work on improving their organic traffic? What are some 3 practical ways they should approach?
Startups should not do SEO. This is
Today, businesses are facing a big problem of driving footfall and traffic to their websites and to their stores. Also, at the same time, the cost of marketing is skyrocketing. So, the only option brands are looking forward is to see how they can drive more organic and direct traffic. And the core at driving organic traffic is to optimize for SEO. And in the world of SEO, a lot is changing with people searching a lot on AI tools and also on social media. So today, our topic of DilSe Omni talks is this. We have brought in our guest Amit Tiwari, who is a leading SEO expert in the country. He helps brands in optimizing for SEO through its consulting practice, and also he is a big educator for the last 7 years on YouTube with more than 3 lakh followers and more than 700 videos created. I personally have learned a lot from him, and in the last 1 year, I have partnered with him to launch a digital marketing and analytics course where I came in contact and we formed great bond. So let's get started in learning all the nuances of SEO and the changes which are coming in. Welcome Amit to the podcast.
Thank you, Saurabh.
So Amit, let me start with this. We all understand the word SEO as search engine optimization, but you have a different take on it. Would you mind sharing that with our audience?
So SEO is search engine optimization, but we don't optimize search engine. We can't optimize search engine. We optimize for search engines. So it should have been called OSE from the start, but I'm a very small part of this entire machine, so I can't change the name. But in my view, the acronyms SEO has done a little bit of harm too, because when new students, when new professionals come in, they have this thing that, okay, we are SEOs, we optimize search engine, so we can find a trick that will fool search engine somehow. And that never happens. What ends up happening is that they will either ruin their blog, their website, their client's website. So if we know what we are doing, we are going to do better. So we are optimizing for search engines. We can't optimize search.
Okay. So what I understand is we are optimizing our content for search engines rather than optimizing Google. Who are we to optimize Google?
Absolutely.
We can only optimize what is under our control.
And also, it's not our job to do that. I mean, let the engineers do their job. We are marketers. Our end goal is to serve our customers, serve our client, serve our own website, not the search engines.
Yeah. So let's learn more from your journey. Okay. What I understand is that you didn't start your journey from SEO. You started running Facebook ads. And I consider you like a digital marketing expert with specialization in SEO. But when I see your LinkedIn, you write student of digital marketing.
Yeah.
So are you being too humble, Amit?
And I mean, not too humble, but I think I'm being realistic. Richard Feynman said that when one person teaches, 2 people learn. So if he didn't have this feeling of being an expert, I don't think that I can have. And also Sanskrit में एक श्लोक है that Ananta Shastram Bahuvedatavyam Alpaschakalo Bahushbadha means there are a lot of शास्त्र, बहुत सारे वेद हैं, बहुत कम टाइम है और जिंदगी में बाधाएं बहुत ज़्यादा हैं. तो हमें constantly सीखने के ऊपर फोकस करना चाहिए. And fortunately or unfortunately, I'm into the field where search is always changing, search engines are always changing. Right now, Google search is going through the most radical change in
Radical
its
change,
in its history. Gen AI is changing everything. We are seeing new features, new look of search altogether. So I think if someone says that they are an expert now, maybe it's good for them, but I have to learn. I have a lot to learn.
Amazing. So, Amit, tell us a little bit about your journey over this 7-8 years, how things have shaped your viewpoint on it.
So I started working, I think 13, 14 years have been there, but I came into this digital marketing through entirely different route. So I was into production, production of videos, production of websites. My first job was as web designer, and I used to design in the time of Dreamweaver, right? So then I came into meta ads when meta ads were very new thing and brands were pouring so much money on it, and they were getting good results as well. At that time, meta used to be really good. Then I came into Google Ads. Google Ads was techie thing, new thing. There were a lot of customization options. Nowadays, sort of Google Ads is closing down, trying to do everything on its own. But at that time, Google was launching features every weekend. So that was an exciting time. And then I came into SEO maybe later. And because at that time when I was starting out, SEO was not that technical. It was very simple. People used to spam a lot. I mean, all of the good SEOs, experienced SEO nowadays, they all started as sort of little bit of spammer type because SEO was spamming at that time. By current standard, it was spamming all the time. So then I came into SEO, and now SEO has become a main habit because it's really technical. You can make a lot of difference there, and also clients, market, students, they all need SEO because, as you said, paid marketing is becoming too much costly, and also there are not a lot of challenges left. Google Ads, Meta Ads, they want to do everything on its own. Their AI system wants to do everything on its own. So SEO is where we can still keep our hands dirty and do things.
Amazing. And I totally agree. Paid marketing is becoming easier and it's becoming expensive.
Yeah.
And cracking something like organic traffic with SEO is a very complex equation. And it's great to see people like you are into this field who are driving education and consulting both. So it takes us to the next section of our discussion is a lot of when people think about SEO, they think about that SEO is for websites, people who are selling online, people who have to influence online.
Yeah.
Is this only for online or is it for everyone? What's your omni-channel view on this?
I mean, if you just look at the ground, and I mean, businesses should see where their customers are searching, where their customers are coming from. Nowadays, let's say if you are driving with your family, you won't see anyone looking at billboards and saying, wow, what a poster. No one does that. People look for the place on Google Maps, and that is a web property, Google Maps. So if you are putting billboards up there to promote your brand, somehow you have to market, right? प्रचार नहीं तो व्यापार नहीं, ऑटो के पीछे भी लिखा होता है. So if you are not promoting your brand online, where your customers will find you? So even if you have, let's say, a hardware store, if you have a dental clinic, it's my favorite example. You have to be where your customers are. People are hooked to their social media. People are trying to find everything online. So why would you not be online? If unless and until your target audience is too small or they are living under the rock, you have to be online.
Great. And glad you mentioned doctors. And one of the projects you and I collaborated is to help one of the doctors, Dr.
Yeah.
Khushbu, to help her grow her clinic,
Yeah.
which is about all those MRI, CT scan, and the practical things which you helped. Now, if I see today, they are getting almost 20, 25, 30% more traffic than what 6 months ago.
Yeah.
And with very, very basic things. So definitely doctors and small businesses are helped. But somebody who's not at all like a big chain, are they also benefited with it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, so when I started doing YouTube videos, my primary topic used to be at that time, it was about local SEO only. The people started noticing the channel because of local SEO, because at that time, probably no one was talking about it. And internet was, thanks to Geo, it was getting into the trend and people are trying more and more on it. So local SEO is something that can help even a single store type of business. where they can optimize just with a little bit of information, and you don't have to do much because your competitors are doing nothing. So even if you put just 1 hour 2 hour into it every week, every weekend, you are bound to do better than your competitor. So ऐसा नहीं है कि सब एक हमें रिकॉर्ड टाइम में कहीं पर पहुंचना है. We just have to beat our competitor. So as long as you are beating your competitor, you are good.
Yeah. And I think so your first or second video on YouTube was also about Google My Business.
Yeah.
And I remember one light joke you made out there is Google My Business is that relative of yours whom you know by face but you don't know by name.
Even today, if people use it but they don't know it.
Yeah, and Google My Business, optimizing Google My Business is such a important thing, which I see. And can you share examples of what all industries does it help? Like you mentioned doctors, definitely e-commerce companies.
Yeah.
Does it also help food giants and different places?
So absolutely anyone. I mean, it's called local SEO. The specialization of SEO about Google My Business, Google Business Profile is called local SEO. So if you are serving customers that are locally, when they can consume your product, they can consume your services locally, you can use Google Business Profile. And you mentioned e-commerce. Like e-commerce is not a traditionally sort of businesses or the organization that can use local SEO. But even we use it for our clients to just make sure that their brand appear. Google Business Profile, when they appear on Google search results page, they are mini knowledge graphs. So if someone has opened their e-commerce store and they are not yet known brands, they won't have their knowledge panel. That is going to hurt their brand, because when someone, let's say, search Myntra and Myntra has a knowledge graph on the right hand side, and you have a small e-commerce store and you don't show anything, maybe people might not actually trust you. But if you have a local business profile that has your brand name, it's a Google business listing. But normal searcher doesn't know the difference between knowledge panel and Google business profile. It's going to help your brand.
Yeah, and in fact, I work with a lot of omni-channel brands who started as online and are now opening a lot of stores.
Yeah.
Now, they definitely optimize the Google My Business page. And one thing which we observed is their website is very nicely made, but the worst page on their website is the store locator.
Yeah.
Okay. When I was in my previous organization, which is a giant e-commerce company, we optimized the store locator page so much that it helped us push our local discovery very high. So in fact, we had one page for every store. We put in reviews, ratings pages. And when I started Diome, this was a ask which was coming, and building that took us about 6 months with 3-4 people. So what we did is we created a Shopify app, because most of the D2C companies are on Shopify, and we created a Shopify app called Omni Store Locator. It helped us drive almost 30 to 40% more near me searches for the brands. So definitely creating the GMB listing and optimizing with ratings, reviews, pictures is very key. Plus putting the visibility on the websites and linking the online offline drives the full impact.
And I have a very apt example of lack of understanding in this regard. You look at the brands that got funding through Shark Tank, or they appeared on Shark Tank, and you go ahead and search for their brand names. You will see their Instamart, IndiaMart profile ranking. You will see their Google business profile there that has absolutely irrelevant image as cover image, no brand name, negative reviews, everything that possibly can go wrong with the Google business profile. You will see it there.
Yeah.
So now you got the funding. You are trying to build your brand, but you are absolutely and completely, totally reliant on ads. Whatever funding you are getting is you are wasting on ads, but you are not actually even making your first encounter. What we say, the phrase is first impression is the last impression. And these brands are leaving first impression absolutely negative or unimpressive.
Yeah. And what I would say is, Amit, because the 90% education in digital marketing is for ads. Okay, maybe it's funded by the ad ecosystem of Meta and Google. 90 plus % is for ads and how to run ads, and the second is how to shoot ads. These are the two places. Very, very few people are like you are talking about how to get local SEO and educating around it.
It's easy to run ads, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'll be very honest. I have worked in this industry. I know that if you want to drive result, even if you want to drive mediocre kind of results, all you need is a budget and a client who is not willing to look at their campaign. No one understands that campaign. None of the client is going to understand. So they are happy because you are spending, let's say, 10 lakh and you are getting 30 lakh, and they are
You
happy
can
with the
justify the ROI very quickly.
very quickly.
And to me, SEO is like Chyawanprash. You eat it every day. You might not fall sick, but if you don't eat it for long, your immunity will go down.
It's a funny comparison, but yeah, it's true as well. And actually, the SEOs are to blame because we sort of try to keep it very, as you said, Ayurvedic type. Like, okay, this will help, but we have our own shortcomings. We are not tying our efforts to the revenue. Unless and until you prove your worth, no one is going to prove it for you.
Yeah. So let's discuss, Amit, a little bit on what's changing in the way customers are searching. Okay. And if you could, one thing which everyone talks about is keywords versus phrases versus branded keywords. Could you throw some light on demystifying this concept?
So keywords is something that we professionals understand. People don't understand. People understand their problems. People want the solution for it. So they go to Google not because Google is the first search engine. They have a question and they want to find the answer. So kids are curious, people are curious. They are looking for, they need one particular way of searching something. So earlier it was only Google. Bing was also there, but people were not using it because the results were trash. They still are. Now they got something called, let's say, AI bot, Chat GPT or Perplexity, whatever it is. And it's even lower effort. It's because, let's say, let's go back. If you want the answer of a certain question, you can go to library. Why are you going to Google? Because it's easier, it's available to you. You get 10 links and you are trusting the algorithm to give you the best results. They were better, so that's why they got the title of number one search engine. Now there comes another platform, ChatGPT type, which is not giving you 10 links, it is giving you a paragraph. You still don't know whether it is accurate or not, but you are trusting it and you are using it. So now there are searches that are happening, a lot of searches that are happening on ChatGPT. So because a certain section of people who are more vocal on the social media, they are saying that ChatGPT is giving competition to Google or anything like that. So there is a sort of, कहते हैं ना, हवा हो गई है कि भी ChatGPT काफी ज़्यादा second search engine है, third search engine है. People know what it is true, but हवा है.
So in fact, this morning I was reading an interesting stats that daily there is more than 50 billion searches happening. Definitely number one is Google, but it's only 27%.
Yeah.
And number two is not ChatGPT. And in fact, if I add up ChatGPT, Perplexity, Claude, everything, it's not even number 7.
Yeah.
The number 2 is Instagram. And it is almost like 15% plus share. So social media is where the search is happening a lot.
Yeah.
You might only think is search on Google, but the search is wherever we are querying.
Absolutely. I mean, you created this poll because you are looking at the ground and you know what you feel the pulse of the market. You look around yourself, you look at your family members, and you see where they are searching, right? Where your sisters are searching, where your father is searching, where your mother is searching. They are not searching on ChatGPT, and they are the one who creates this market. They are the consumers. Search professionals are a very small percentage of this thing, and we are not even consumer, because when we have to search, we are very tired. At the end of the day, we go to the local store and we buy something.
So let me ask you, where is your wife searching these days?
The Instagram.
Okay, tell me more. What type of searching?
I mean, if she has to purchase anything, she will go to Instagram. I think everyone, even my brother. I mean, let's say if we don't make it about gender, my brother, he is working in a MNC. And he's also searching for whatever he wants to, wherever he wants to go, whatever he wants to buy. He's on Instagram all the time, and he is 7 years younger to me. So he is the young professional male successful NRI who is searching on Instagram. He is not looking at Google all the time. So we have to look at where your customer is. Blindly thinking that only Google is going to save your brand, or only Google is going to drive your result, or even let's say only Instagram is going to drive the results, because a lot of brands, what they do is, okay, let's market on Instagram because everyone is on Instagram. But they have to understand that when user wants to actually buy at the end of the day, they might go to Google. So look at the market, look at where your customers are really, and then go about it.
Yeah. In fact, if I look at two generations, my parents and my kids, me and my wife end up searching on Google and we type.
Yeah.
In fact, my mother does not know typing. My father avoids typing. They do voice search,
Yeah.
and they do long voice search, and they do whatever is the native search available. If it is Google, it will go on Google. If it is Bing, it will go on Bing. And what I've noticed is I used to search, find me the best phone under 15,000.
Yeah.
They might just say कि एक अच्छा phone जो आसपास मिल जाए.
हाँ.
So they might search in Hindi, they might search multilingual. But what I'm noticing is this whole length of search is increasing.
Yeah.
In fact, my son, tells him ki help me write an essay which is 200 words long and which looks like it has been written by a 10-year-old kid. So the way we prompt is something the way we talk. So what's your view on keywords versus phrases?
So because we are coming from keyword generation, because Google used to give us best results when we used to use these search operators and small sort of words. So now it's very sort of hard to let go of that habit. But the younger generation, the next generation, they don't have this boundary. So let's say Google used to have a limitation of allowing only 32 words long searches on Google. Now they have removed this limit because now they want people to perform long searches. That's how AI mode will become useful. And also search engines now can understand better. Like before October 2018, Google didn't understood the searches that well. October 2018 was the date when Google launched BERT, their algorithm, into search queries. That's when they started understanding the nuances of what people are actually typing. Okay, so now the younger generation, they are going to perform longer search. Older generation, they now have the ability to search in their natural language, which search engines can understand, which a lot of platforms can understand. Before they didn't have this tool. So younger generation is trained in organic way. Older generation is not bound by the keyword way. So it's better. That's why the search market is evolving.
Yeah, and in fact, if you see, people are naming their businesses which are very search friendly.
Yeah.
Okay. 2 weeks ago, I was in Mohali for a teaching assignment at ISB, and
Yeah.
there is a mall opposite the campus, and there was a pizza store called Pizza Near Me.
Yeah.
PNP Pizza Near Me, and it was very interesting that it was so optimized for search. If you are searching pizza near me, it will show pizza near me because everyone searches. And I was searching what is this concept. If you go in US, there is a person who has named his clinic as Dental Near Me.
Yeah.
So this whole near me is a big thing, like we were talking about local SEO. So what is, to me, is this branded keyword and non-branded keyword gap is also reducing. If we see in India, make my trip. Okay, make my trip, is it a generic keyword or is it a branded keyword? Again, is a question.
Yeah.
If you put spaces, maybe it is generic keyword. So tell me your views on, say a brand is starting new, okay, and here they have a name, okay. Should they bid on the branded keywords or not? How do they rank higher on their branded keywords?
So this is something that Google has forced their hand on everyone. I mean, if you are starting out, if you have a product, if you are a B2B brand or if you are a D2C brand, if you have a product and it's sought after, your competitors are going to bid on your keywords, right? They are going to bid on your brand. And to save your customers, your clients from straying out, you have to bid on your brand. Unless and until you become too big that Google actually stops everyone from using your brand name. So that again, doesn't happen with everyone so often. So I mean, it's sort of a necessary evil. It shouldn't be the case. Brand should not be forced to use their own brand name in their ads, but then it's happening at this time in this age, so we can't do anything about it. Organically, what you can do is to give your customers, your clients, such a good experience on your site, such a good experience with your product and services, that even if they go to any other brand website, they immediately realize their mistake and they jump back.
Yeah, so the recall should be higher.
That is, I mean, that's where I think your services comes into the picture, where you create that brand affinity that people actually people defend your brand. And when we say brand, what is brand? It's a business, 50% business and 50% customers. Both of their contribution should be there. So brand is 50% affinity of the people that are using that product or service from a certain name.
Yeah. In fact, what I was seeing with working with multiple brands is that 20 to 30% of their Google Ads budget is just going in preventing their brand searches,
Yeah.
which is ridiculous, to be honest. And in fact, 4 or 5 years ago, there were multiple court cases were there.
Yeah.
Earlier, brand A and brand B used to fight cases against each other. There is a famous case between Make My Trip and Booking.com where Booking.com was bidding on Make My Trip's thing, and Make My Trip filed a case, and it was ruled in favor of Booking.com because Make My Trip had some issues with the generic keywords name. But later on, the brands realized rather than fighting with each other, they started putting legal cases against Google.
There is a another example. Agrawal Movers and Packers.
Yes.
They filed a case against Google in Supreme Court. I think I may be wrong, but they filed a court case, and so Google was so much pissed that they actually banned Movers and Packers category in India altogether.
Acha.
And even today, when Agrawal Movers and Packers will run an ad, they were recently doing a radio campaign. They will say, "Don't go on search engine." So they are so pissed at Google that even today they are being salty.
Yeah. So I don't have anything to do with Agarwal Movers and Packers. They have a different spelling than my Agarwal name as well. Okay. But yeah, so I think so it's Google's way of making money. So rather than giving discovery, it's more of prevention, which is a little bit sad, I would say.
Yeah.
So Amit, you mentioned about AI.
Yeah.
Okay, AI impacting SEO, and that is one of the most debated topics in these days. Few weeks ago, I saw a poll which you ran on LinkedIn where you asked, where do you use GPTs to search?
Yeah.
You mentioned desktop, Facebook, desktop, mobile, and maybe tablets.
Yeah.
And the results were very surprising. Why don't you share those things with our audience, and what is your interpretation with it?
So the poll I ran, it simply asked that whatever chatbot you are using, ChatGPT, Perplexity, anyone feeling adventurous, Bing ka AI, where are you using? On desktop or mobile or both? And 71% people said that they are using these chatbots on desktop. 18% or something said on both. So let's take 9% of that 18%, half of them, and add it to 71. So 80% people are using chatbots on desktop. Now, we as professionals know that any website in this world, majority of the website, 90-95% of the website, get 80 to 95% of their traffic from mobile devices. So how is chatbot giving competition to search? This is a false assumption that anyhow search is being threatened by AI chatbots. What's happening is they are complementing. So there was this wrong phenomena, wrong sort of concept when these high level programming languages C and Python they came in. So there were some people who said that okay, now the need of programmers will go down because high level programming languages will do work faster. What happened was exactly opposite. The need of programmers just exploded, right? So this is what's going to happen again. People won't search less, they will search more. When we migrated from libraries to search, people didn't started asking less questions. They will ask more. It's human nature. They will ask questions. So we have now 2-3 avenues. People will search more. They will, yes, trend of search will go down. Google used to be the first touch point of internet for a very long period of time. Maybe that will get bifurcated. Maybe people will start search from ChatGPT. Maybe they will start search from Sora. Maybe people won't just be on Instagram. They will come to Sora app as well. AI slop as we call it. But it's market, right? But wherever it wants to go, it will go. I don't like reels that much. I don't enjoy them, but my family does. So I mean, the way of search might change, but the need of search or the volume of search is not going down.
Yeah. So interesting point. You mentioned that volume of search will not go down.
Not at all.
But what about traffic to our website? Okay. At the end, brand create websites, and the concept of zero click searches where you search something and the information is provided in the summary and people don't need to go there. So what is your view on this? That will brands ultimately benefit or lose on it?
I mean, we can't control it, to be honest. This has been the way of working that people used to search on Google. They used to get the list of sites. and then you used to click on it, and now people are, I mean, entire industry is thrashing Google that why did you launch AI overview, why did you launch AI mode. But if they didn't do, people, the normal consumer was already going to chat GPT. What should they do? Just commit harakiri and just let go their business? No, they will have to provide what people are doing on chat GPT already. If you
Yeah.
want to blame someone, blame your consumer.
Yeah.
You should have created the website that were so easy and fun to use that people remembered your domain name and they search type on directly. People don't do that.
Yeah.
So if you are threatened by this new trend, it's wrong. Brand should just adopt it, adopt your business practices, adopt your business in a way that when people come to it, I mean, Google is not selling your product, Google is not selling your service. When they want to actually do the transaction, they will come to the website. So at the end of the day, I think it's the hosting companies that should be worried, because when businesses will have less traffic, maybe their hosting bill will go down. But other than that, let's welcome it. What can
Yeah.
you do anyway?
So when this whole chat GPT thing came in, I saw people 10x the speed of blogs writing or content writing.
Yeah.
What was the impact you saw, and is that helping or is it not helping anymore? Any views on
It's
that?
not, I mean, it was bound to happen when chat GPT type of thing. See, in every time, in every industry, there were a lot of people who always used fear and fear mongering to sell their snake oil. This has been going on all the time. हर एक टाइम में ऐसा हुआ है, हर सेंचुरी में ऐसा हुआ है. जब गाड़ियाँ आई, जब कंप्यूटर आए थे, तब भी लोगों ने बहुत सारा डर क्रिएट किया था. आई वोंट नेम एनीथिंग, बट देर आर न्यूज़ clippings of all that happening. So the thing is that a lot of charlatans, what they did was they started promoting this concept that now there is a tool that can generate a lot of content, and you go out, publish thousands of posts, thousands of pages on your website. What happened was Google launched a update, and they nuked all such sites that were publishing thousands of pages. These pages that were being created without any effort just to get the traffic from Google. Obviously, it was against Google guidelines, and if anyone knew better, they wouldn't be creating those pages. Only people who were very new, they fell into that trap and they nuked their website. But
In
other
fact,
than that,
if you know about this platform called, I'm sure you must be knowing this platform called medium.com, which
yeah,
is a blogging platform. So one of my friends, he used to write a lot on Medium, but he was slow. And when this whole chat GPT and all came in, he started writing 10x. And Medium has a monetization thing, and he started earning up to $1,000 per month.
yeah.
And Medium saw that huge trend coming from our country, and then they stopped monetization completely from India. So you took it from one extreme to another extreme, and then it got totally banned. So I totally understand this.
It's bound to happen. I mean, no platform can just start. I mean, we can't print money, right? It's
Yeah.
just energy and money. ये है constant है. It's just shifting hands.
Yeah. So tell me one thing: what are the mistakes brands are making when thinking about AI impact on SEO?
Some
Maybe
are
three mistakes which you feel.
I'll just name two, and that will summarize everything. Some are too much scared, and some are too much adventurous. Some of the brands are thinking that they can safely use AI, and if Google will cache their website, if their agency is even educating them about it, they will survive it somehow. But if your website is nuked by spam update or scaled content abuse update once, it's gone, and you can't, agency can find a new client, but you can't build a new brand altogether. That brand damage is going to stick in Google's mind. Google never deletes any data, it never forgets anything, so it's going to remember what you did on your first website. Second thing is feeling too much scared of AI, where brands are not trying to use AI to generate content at all. That is also a wrong approach, because at the end of the day, it is just a tool. I mean, it's like saying that I won't use a computer keyboard, I'll use a typewriter in 2025. You can't do that. You are going to just make your entire production pipelines, slow. So use AI to research, use AI. I mean, using AI is very much dependent on what your industry in, what your business is about. So hire an agency that can get you a personalized solution, how you can use AI to scale up your content safely and where it is actually required. Not a lot. Not every business needs 1,000 blog posts or 10,000 pages on their website every day. That's not the case with every brand.
And what is one thing which is fundamentally not changing in the before AI and after AI scenario for SEO?
Need of user. Uh, if people were buying 10,000 pieces of product before AI, they are still buying maybe 10,500, maybe 11,000, not more than that. So as long as brand is looking at their customer, they are safe. That should be the pole star of every business. Look at your customer, what they do, what do they want. Don't look at AI. It's just a tool. At the end of the day, it's just a tool. If AI was that smart, it would have created a new income stream for its founders.
Yeah.
They are still depending on subscription model. They are dependent on AI generated slop, AI meme, whatever you call it. When AI companies are hiring search professionals, growth specialists, whatever you call them, then who are we to just look at AI and just feel satisfied? And also, if you look at the volume of search coming from AI tools is very, very small. So focusing only on them is very dangerous. Whatever amount a brand is trying to put on AI search, if they spend even half of that on their organic social media, they are bound to make more sales.
Okay. So one piece which I also realized looking at that stats of that 5 billion and 27% only on Google, I think so we are also overthinking that we have to rank higher on Google.
Yeah.
Okay, if a person is searching so much on Instagram, they are searching so much on TikTok, they are searching on Amazon, they are searching on Google and other places, we have to take search more broader because people are searching. So not being on social media is also a sin sometimes. That will also impact less on your search, because in the initial results, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn results are coming out very strong.
Yeah.
So, and what is your view on this whole backlinking thing? Is the thing about backlinking that you have to backlink with thousands of websites with which was in the pre-AI era? Is that still relevant or it's changing?
So actually, let's step a little back. And the stat that you were saying, that 27% of the searches are happening on Google and 15% are happening on Instagram. Actually, it can be a little misleading for a brand as well, because a lot of people who are watching this video, they might be business owners. So there can be a miscommunication about this fact. 27% of the searches are happening on Google. That's true. But at the same time, it's not that people are searching less on Google. What's happening is that the
Yes,
volume of search is increasing,
yeah.
and Instagram or other social media platforms are suddenly becoming first touch point,
Yeah.
first point of this digital journey. So when they go to social media, they look at a particular brand. So now they will come to Google and they will search for the brand. Now they are not searching for their problems, they are searching for their brand. And if your brand is not appearing for your own branded keywords, then you are at loss.
Yes.
So optimize the brand, optimize the your product and services for their discovery on social media. So if someone is searching for, let's say, best dental clinic or dental services on Instagram, they see your website, they see your brand name at least mentioned there, they see your page, they look at your profile. Okay, let's say Smile Dental and Clinic. So when they go to Google and they type Smile Dental Clinic, your website should be there.
Yeah, so basically your digital presence should also include social media.
Yeah.
And bit of content creation every.
Yeah, so look at where your people are discovering your product and services, and then come to the branded keywords on Google. Now about the backlinks, backlinking is still very, very necessary. I won't say it's not necessary, because I think backlinking is somewhat word to mouth publicity in digital manner. So on digital platforms, websites can't talk to each other like humans. They talk, or they refer, or they do this word to mouth publicity by backlinks. One website referring to other website is their way of saying that, okay, I am looking at this particular website and I'm looking their content, I'm using their sources. So when I create a content, if I'm giving some fact and I'm quoting Wikipedia link, that's me saying that I got this content, I got this fact from Wikipedia. So organic backlinks is very important. Google is still using it, but Google is not just using backlinks. So if some brand is focusing, and a lot of brands are doing this, they are forcing their agencies to say, let's say, you create 1,000 backlinks for me per month. That is not working at all. And these are the brands also, these are the brands who are hiring 2-3 PR agencies, paying them 70 to 80,000 retainer per month
To
for
just
the
manage.
PR, just to post pieces like images and description of their products on magazines. 70-80,000 per month, but these articles don't have any link whatsoever, so it's like dead end effort, not bound to give you any result in your digital marketing at all.
Yeah.
So it's like you are wasting money with your agency trying to force them to create poor quality backlink, and wasting money on PR agencies without getting backlinks.
Yeah.
So the game is little bit wrong. They are playing it wrong, but if you do it right, backlinks are the number one source of, in terms of ROI, a good backlink can keep giving you results for next 5 years.
Yeah. And what I've also noticed while last 2 years when we created our Diome website and we started posting articles, one big backlink source was LinkedIn for us
Yeah.
and Medium. So these two were very good for us. We were approached by multiple agencies asking ki we will create so many backlinks and discover we have this $1,000 mahine ka tool and service. I didn't realize ki why would somebody go and read any article on that unknown website.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's what Google does. I mean, their systems are smart enough now to realize that if a particular website is linking to, let's say, your website and some other website without even being in that industry, without having any common viewer, let's say their website visitor never visits your kind of website, Google will never ever pass that value to your website, because at the end of the day, there was a time when PageRank was the only system that Google used to find out if a website is worthy of ranking or not. Now they have more than 1,000 systems. They are not relying on PageRank at all. I mean, not completely.
Yeah. So Amit, let's talk about an hypothetical example. Suppose there is a new brand, which is a D2C company, which has got launched in say home furnishing space.
Yeah.
How would they work on improving their organic traffic? What are some 3 practical ways they should approach?
So if they are new, they should focus on bringing traffic to the website organically on their own. If you open a, let's say, store, absolutely a new store on a road, and no one is visiting there, people won't visit there. If you go to a shopping mall and if you see one particular aisle, there is a product that is completely stocked there in the evening and no one has purchased it, people won't purchase it. There was a study, I don't remember the exact name of that study, but people have the tendency of buying the product that other people are buying. Search engines have the tendency of giving traffic to the website where people are already going. So don't make search your first medium of getting traffic. Bring some organic traffic. Do poster marketing, billboard marketing, social media, ads, whatever you do, just bring some visitor to your website.
So first, what I'm hearing from you is to get any type of traffic.
Organic and make people stick. I mean, have Google Analytics there. Let Google uses Google Analytics and Google uses Chrome data to discover things about websites. So when your users are coming from any medium and they are landing onto your website through using Chrome, and they are staying there for 2-3 minutes, they are browsing 10-15 pages, they are reading your content, they are looking at your product, zooming on your product images, Google is going to use all of that data to understand that, okay, this website is useful to that kind of audience, and let's show them, let's give more users to. But if you are going to rely only on search, that okay, I'll pay X amount of money to some search engine SEO agency and they will get me traffic, and if they don't, I will hire another agency. That's a never ending cycle.
So what I'm hearing is to first 1 or 2 years, maybe the search will not kick in, okay, for organically, but you have to work on getting traffic and then driving recall.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe go and feature on Shark Tank because people will remember you from there and then search.
yeah, I mean, make your website ready for search and then bring in your own traffic. If you have the worth already, I mean, brands don't get more traffic from Google because they are brands. They get more traffic from Google because there is a dedicated audience there. They already have an audience, and that's when Google or any other search engine will give them more value.
Amazing. Now you mentioned that the traffic you used that word multiple times, but how does one measure traffic? You mentioned definitely Google Analytics, but how do I know how much traffic am I getting from, say, AI on my website?
So from AI, if you are looking for traffic coming from Chat GPT or Perplexity, all of these mediums are using UTM sources. So you can look at your Google Analytics data and you can just filter for UTM So that's one way to measuring the traffic. How much traffic you are getting from Google AI overview or AI mode, that is still a mystery because Google is right
Google
now
is
not
not.
providing any data, and I don't think that they have any plan of doing that, because if they do, people are going to compare that, okay, my website used to get this many impression, this much click, now I'm getting more impression or similar impression, but I'm getting less click, so that will prove people's point, so they are not going to actually
Yeah.
jump on the axe.
In fact, I was looking at our Diome's website and I noticed if I add up, say, ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity, we're getting almost like 3 to 4% of traffic in a month
Yeah.
from ChatGPT. Maybe my team is also searching ourselves on this. That
Yeah.
could be possible, but that's an interesting thing. Now, tell me one thing, Amit, when we're talking about measurement is a very near and dear subject to me.
Yeah.
What are the some KPIs you advise brands to monitor to say, yeah, this is my SEO or my organic traffic is good? So what are some 2 3 KPIs or matrices which you suggest?
So, getting more and more uh, clicks and impressions for your products and services, and also if you are doing omni-channel marketing, as you call it. So, omni-channel marketing, अगर कोई कर रहा है, so their branded searches should also increase. If you are, let's say, promoting your brand, your business on Instagram, you are promoting on LinkedIn, and people are not coming to Google and searching for your brand, it means that they are not still not
And which is
aware.
a good tool to get this all data from?
You can get it from Google Search Console.
Okay, so you mentioned first is Google Analytics to know the UTM based traffic,
Yeah.
and Google Search Console to get
Get
the
your branded
branded
traffic.
and non-branded clicks and impression.
Yeah, so there are a lot of other third-party tools who claim to give you this data, but again, Google Search Console, people are searching on Google. So Google Search Console is the primary tool that can tell you how much traffic you are getting from your branded keywords, if it is increasing or if it is decreasing, and if it is not increasing. Let's say that you are doing marketing for 1 year, and at the end of the 1 year, you don't have increasing number of branded searches. This means that you are not reaching to new people. Reach to new people, open your horizon, get new audience. That's how you can increase the business.
Yeah, very interesting. So this reminded me, one of our clients I was looking at, it's a footwear company,
Okay.
and I was looking at their Google Search Console, and so there is that first keyword, and then there is pages. So I went to the pages. So the first website was the brandname.com, and the second was uh, the page which was about a blog, and the blog was all about how to reduce the noise which comes from your shoes during rains. तो चूंचू होता है ना जूतों में जब वो होता है, तो that was the number 2 page,
Yeah.
which was a blog. And it's an interesting thing, I never searched it, but there are people who are searching, and that is getting that website almost 6-7% of the traffic.
Yeah.
Organically. So I think so experimenting on writing unique content which can help get long tail keywords and keep measurement at the center and make it mathematical. Don't get carried away by quick hacks.
Yeah, Google Search Console is a sort of treasure for us in that regard, that it can tell you about what people are searching. If they are searching using long queries or short queries, and you get all this data for free. So that is really important. And also, sometimes what brands and even founders do is they will try to force their own views, their own likings on social media team, SEO team, analytics team, everyone. What you like, what you find interesting is not what your clients are going to like. Like, I, as a creator, I will create one video where I have worked, let's say, 3 days. I have written a very perfect script, and then I have shot it using, 2, 3 cameramen, and then I have edited it with very, interest. And then when I publish the video, it might not get so many views, but then there is a one video where I have just written the script in half an hour, just shot in the rush, and it has actually happened a lot of time, and that video gets most views in that month.
So you think YouTube has an impact on search?
It does and it doesn't. Google uses all kind of data. So let's say that one particular video is doing very good with the audience. So it is going to rank on Google search results page for your keyword.
Acha.
So videos compete with pages
Okay.
and they are always appearing over the normal Google search results. So there is a feature snippet, there is AI overview, and then there's a section of people also ask, and then there are videos. So if your video is doing very good with the audience, if people are sort of clicking on it a lot, people are watching it for a lot of longer period of time, Google is going to feature that video. So yes, that will, it's not going to compete with a web page, but it's appearing over a web page, and a click is a click. It doesn't matter whether it is coming from video or the website.
Amazing. Great. So, I mean, a lot of our audience who might be watching this podcast are from the growth and SEO industry.
Yeah.
How do you see the career shaping in this thing? As you teach a lot, how do you see that changing for SEO professionals especially?
It's going to do wonders, and a lot of students ask me that whether they should learn the SEO or not, is it really worth it? And what I'm confused about is that there is a huge demand of SEOs, good marketing professionals in companies. The companies can't find good SEOs. This is the ground realities. There, I have at least 10 clients who can use one SEO each today, but there is a huge shortage of good SEOs. Anyone who is doing good on search, who is technically sound, whether they are good in analytics or whether they are good in content marketing, content writing, they can get job very quickly. So, and also there is one new phrase that is called GEO.
Okay.
GEO is extremely useful for SEOs because
Can you expand more on it?
yeah, so GEO is sort of इसका definition लोग बोलते हैं generative engine optimization. I don't know what the hell that means, but thing is that a lot of brands, and you must have worked with these kind of brands a lot. They are absolutely focused on PPC only. They will run Meta ads, they will run Google ads. They are spending in crores, and they are not focusing on their website at all. They are happy promoting their product, burning the money on Amazon, Myntra, and other aggregators and Ecomm brands. They never took SEO seriously. What they are doing is now they are purchasing these tools for GEO. 6 months later, they are going to realize that this did not help them. This actually screwed up their website even more.
So, is Geo a skill or a tool?
It's a fad. Fog hai, hawa hai. But thing is that it's basically just old wine, new bottle kind of thing.
Yeah.
So when these new tools, they are going to wreck their website, then they are going to realize that, okay, what they need is good old SEO. SEO is the process of optimizing your website for the audience. When you run a PPC campaign, when you run a ad campaign, what you optimize is a landing page. I don't know any PPC agency that will optimize your entire website. It is not their job. It's like asking your electrician to do the plumbing. Why would they do it? Right? An ad campaign is just focused on the landing page. But it's your entire website that a normal human visitor will see. They are not just going on landing page. They might click on the logo, land up on your there on your home page. They might see your testimonial. They might see what your brand is about, where your office is. And if those pages are broken, if those pages are not optimized, they are not going to purchase.
Yeah.
And any brand that is only doing PPC, their CAC is very poor.
And in fact, that is one thing I've observed is a lot of growth marketers today have either a paid ads background or a little bit of analytics background.
I am really averse of this name. Is there any kind of marketing that is not growth oriented? Every kind of marketing is growth marketing, right? There is no ungrowth marketing. So this is again a new word that people sort of adopted, and maybe they have to do it because they have to, capture
These
the
are the
attention
job
of
titles
people.
which are coming in.
Capture their attention, but I don't think. I mean, growth marketing is basically just product marketing, right?
Yeah, these like old wine in new bottle, as you said. Okay, and what I feel is, if whatever we call this growth marketer or digital marketer, if the person says that I can help you drive better ROI, now I optimize the ads or I do better SEO, it doesn't matter to you.
Yeah, it
I'll help
shouldn't
you
matter.
get you better ROI and get you higher revenue at a lower marketing cost.
Yeah.
So SEO to me is that superpower. If you build it over a period of time, and it'll be, see, ads will become costly. Already the number of people online are 5 billion. out of the 8 billion population.
Yeah.
अब इससे ज़्यादा क्या जाएगा? People are already spending 6.5 hours on the internet every day, 2.5 hours, 3 hours on social media. So the mouse will kind of flatten out.
Yeah.
And the time will also flatten out. In fact, I with the education happening, it might little go down. So we are competing for attention. So good content, good product, at the end will win.
And there is again there are a lot of misconceptions. Like one misconception is that startups should not do SEO. This is very, very dangerous. Let's see, ads are costly. SEO is cheaper in that regard. So you launch a startup and you do SEO. Okay, do it for 6 months, because when people find your website organically, you will see whether your product is fit for the market. You are not burning money on ads. You are letting user come to your website, and users are telling you whether they are going to buy it or not. If your users are organically coming to your website and in that first 6 months you are getting good sales out of it, it means now the product is hit and you push money into it.
So what I would say is, I have met a lot of founders and all. Heavily funded startups give up on SEO and they move fully on ads, which is for the right reason, because they want to get hyper growth in short time. But people who have built their business organically, who have put their own credit card onto the Google ads and Meta ads, they have superbly optimized things. And there are companies like Gynoveda, Urban Monkey, Isak Fragrance, whom I am worked with. They started in the house building the companies. They have taught me a lot of SEO like you have taught me, and it has worked wonders. And it's not easy to do. It requires a lot of patience, and it requires a lot of constant improvement.
But these brands are never going anywhere.
Yeah.
They are rock solid, and they have their own audience base.
Yeah. In fact, my son is in 10th. When he was in 10th, he used to do a lot of search about questions.
Yeah.
And the number one website used to come up is Byjus.
Yeah.
Okay. And when I remember about 7-8 years ago, Byjus had a lot of people focused on just answering questions.
Yeah.
They created a lot of pages, चाहे वो R.D. Sharma, R.S. Agrawal, सबका solutions डाल दिया.
Yes.
So they ended up ranking higher. It's unfortunate what happened with that company, but HubSpot, Byjus, Physics Wala, all these companies who are built on content, whether it is text or video, have huge organic traffic.
Yeah. And now you see, today Byjus or any other brand can't use the same strategy, because now ChatGPT or AI LLMs, these AI mode, AI overview, they will not let a user go to these websites. So again, the strategy is evolving with the with
like
the
you
trend.
see Doubtnut, there is a parallel company of Doubtnut, I think so, called Chegg in US. They were a listed company, and now they are a penny stock.
Yeah.
Because now you don't need to solve it on some website. Okay, it'll really go down. So if your content is not unique enough, which is to you, it will kill your traffic soon.
Absolutely.
So Amit, next thing which I want to ask is, what are your tools, AI tools, which you use for yourself and for your clients, and would want to know especially for which you pay?
It might sound weird, but I'm paying for every tool, because as I said, I'm a student. So I want to learn from every tool. Like I am using ChatGPT. I also have the subscription of Gemini, the Pro model, and I also have Claude, and I am also using Perplexity. So, and I'm also using Bolt. I'm using Lovable. I'm trying to use everything. I have this habit since 9th class that I will study till 1, and that habit is still there. I won't sleep before 1 because I have to use everything. I have to try everything. I mean, I'm not, everyone is scared of dying, and everyone's scared of getting old. In my definition, you get old when you stop learning.
So what is one tool which is not so popular you would recommend me and the audience to try out, especially focusing on SEO maybe?
People are paying for ChatGPT, but they are not paying for Gemini. I think in last 2 months, Gemini has improved a lot. My last few, I think 7-8 thumbnails have been edited only on Gemini. So what it does is
Nano Banana part, or which one?
So after Nano Banana, before Nano Banana, Google Gemini was not actually letting you use any person's image to edit it. Now I can have one thumbnail, ask Gemini to just change my look, like change my t-shirt, give me a mechanic look. It will do that. while keeping my face's detail. So now you can look like a mechanic or look like a doctor or look like anything using just one same image. If I need to smile more, I can just do that.
I recently saw a reel where you were posing like Akshay Kumar Raju.
Yeah, virtual try on. So again, that was the feature that Google had showcased in Google I/O months back, and there were a lot of memes about it. MKBHD did a gown thing after me, but then I thought that that feature, that function was really good, and now Google has also rolled it out for the public. So you can try a dress without actually trying a dress, and you can see how it is going to look on you, not on some model. And this is the right use of AI as well.
So I think so. This is very game changer. When I was at Lenskart, I've seen that try on for glasses was a big
Absolutely.
feature for us. But with Google democratizing try on clothes and fashion can be a huge game changer for the shopping tab.
Now on let's say that you are on Lenskart website, and if even if Lenskart doesn't have a native integration, you can just download the image, save the image from Lenskart website, pull your image from your own gallery, and you mix it up in Gemini, and it gives you. Chat GPT is still not very good with images.
Yeah.
They have recently launched the Sora app where video editing is very good, but the images are something where
I
Google
think so, yeah,
excels.
the chat GPT is not winning anywhere close to on the video and the image, where Gemini is doing amazing on image. And in fact, I love Notebook LLM a lot.
Yeah.
There is one tool which I would definitely call out is Manners. It's a China-based app, but it's very good in doing deep research. In fact, it is one app I used for creating presentations also.
Okay.
So it's a very interesting one. Definitely, if you want to try it, do try
Absolutely, I
it. So
will.
that is one. So I pay for three. I pay for ChatGPT, Gemini, and Manus. I pay like $60 I pay. And then one or two no coding apps. Now, the interesting part, we promised our audience that you will share an agentic framework, how you're using the power of no code tools to help your clients with SEO automation. So if you could share that example.
So we are using tools like N10, where we can use simple workflows to help their teams do the work at bulk. Like if it is a news client and their writers are not actually able to produce good quality of titles, we have tools where they can just email their article, whatever the article is, or they can use Google Sheet, Google Doc to just paste their articles, and the tool automatically generates the title and description. Give it a flair, and just they can use it. So we have also created a little bit of plugins, little bit of template for a lot of different kind of CMSs, where we are forcing. Let's say that with one news clients, they were very interested on keeping the SEO score of their article. So we created sort of a SEO ranking kind of tool where our system is looking at the content generated by their writers, and if it is not ranking over 90% using our own benchmark, the writer won't be able to publish it. So they have to make the content better.
I would love that if you can share your agentic AI framework with the audience, which can help them improve their SEO and also save a lot of time.
So I actually a lot of SEOs they face a problem in analytics. Like we are working on 10 different websites, and we have to go to Google Analytics or Google Search Console to find out whether this particular page is doing good, how many clicks it is getting, and then how much traffic it is getting, how many what kind of average position this particular page has. And so many times what happens is that when you are trying to find the analytics, and at that time you notice that okay, this page is not even indexed, and now I have to get it indexed, and to get indexed then you have to you have to go through 10 pages and use 15 clicks. So we created a pipeline where we use a no code tool called N10, and that N10 uses two Google APIs. One is indexing API, another was in Search Console API, and it can tell you if your page is indexed or not, how many clicks, how much impression, whatever traffic it got in a certain period of time. And if the page is not indexed, you can use the same agentic tool to actually ask Google to index it. So all of these things are happening in just one framework, And I actually had published a video on my channel. It's been months, but it works. And if you create it step by step, the entire tutorial is there. And if you create it, it's a time saver. I and my team is using it every day.
Yeah, so it's a very interesting and a trivial problem, you know. In fact, what I was also noticing that about 15 to 20 pages on my website are not indexed.
Yeah.
So I used to copy paste the link, go to search console, upar dalo, enter maro, wait for 10-15 seconds, then it will keep on buffering and then do it. So
And with this framework, you just need to post it and say just index it, and that's it, done.
yeah, so this is amazing. I'll definitely put this link into the description where people can go and try it out.
Okay.
Amazing. So as we come into the final section, it's a fun section where we get to know more about you. So one is we all dumb scroll, right? I'm sure.
Yeah.
How much time do you spend dumb scrolling on watching reels and content?
I want to say zero because I want to look efficient, but I do scrolling a lot. Twitter, Reddit, recently LinkedIn also has come into the picture. So I do it a lot.
So I'll give you some stats. You know, on an average, people spend 6.5 hours on internet and about 2.5 hours on social media.
Okay.
Really dumb scrolling.
Yeah,
Okay, and
true.
WhatsApp is not social media. So that is the thing. So tell me one brand which you or one tool which you discovered dumb scrolling and you really loved it and you kept subscribing or you kept buying things which you would want to let the audience know and try it out.
So I won't name any AI tool. बहुत AI हो गया है. So I got to know about this brand called Ustraa.
अच्छा.
It's a men only brand, and I saw one.
उस तरह
particular
मतलब वो जो शेविंग वाला.
I'm coming to that. So the brand name is Ustraa, and I just got hooked to their tagline. Not tested on animal, only on rascals. I'm old school person, 90s kid. So I like that tagline. I bought their moisturizer, I bought their hair cream, I bought their day cream, night cream, every kind of thing. And I am buying, like I have their app installed on my phone, and I buy it directly from the website, not using any other Amazon or something like that. And the funny thing about them is that their brand name is Ustraa, but they don't sell razors. That's my
What do
complaint.
they sell?
Creams and lotions and
Acha.
shaving cream. Not shaving cream. So they don't have anything related to shave, but everything else is covered, and it's a men only brand.
Oh, amazing. Great, great. In fact, one brand which I came across was, and this was like, and they do very interesting storytelling.
Yeah.
This was called Frido.
Okay.
So Frido is into, I would say, neck pillows, shoe soles, socks. And every time I'm spending some time, they add me to their content. And
Yeah.
I ended up buying veg pillow, which was very much useful for my mother. In fact, I discovered this through one of the founders. So I was talking to the founder of Rare Rabbit, and we were like chatting. It was 9:30 p.m. and all, and we were talking about how to do content storytelling. And he said, "Ki Saurabh, do try Frido." And he said, "Ki I have started carrying their seat cushion into Indigo planes whenever I'm traveling because the seat are so hard." And then he said, definitely buy a veg pillow for your mother. And then I tried and my mother loves it. First I bought the veg pillow, then I bought the covers, then I bought the cushions, and the socks is in my feed, but it's like a 2000 rupees socks. Dekhte hain if I'll buy it or not. But it's an interesting company, the way they are doing content marketing and trying.
See, their content marketing is so effective that you have told me, now I have to check and now I have to buy.
And our readers will watchers
Yeah,
will
so
also
that
try it
is
out.
that is the best kind of marketing where you do the content where you satisfy your customers so well that they are spreading about your brand organically.
Yeah. Now the next thing, see, I'm not much into books, but I like to learn from people who are passionate about books. So I have one question for you: that what is one book which you have loved, maybe you have recently read or you have read in the past sometime, which you would want to recommend and talk about it?
So it's not a unique book. It's Ellie Schwartz, Product-Led SEO.
Okay.
It's a wonderful book, and because SEOs try to, again, as I said in the beginning of this podcast, that a lot of SEOs think that they can fool the search engine, but that's not our job. Should not be our goal. Product-led SEO tells you how you can do the SEO, do the marketing by keeping product in your centerpiece of attention. So product-led SEO is what I'll recommend. I have read it, I think 2-3 times, and I still find it insightful.
Amazing. So what we will do is we will get this book. I'll definitely read it and I'll share it with one of the guests in the coming episode.
Okay,
So
cool.
we'll make it a round robin. So it has been an amazing conversation, Amit. You came long from Delhi to this studio in Gurgaon, and I have always enjoyed our conversations. Loved what we learned everywhere from SEO, from local SEO, from paid versus organic traffic, and a lot of notes I have taken for myself, and I'm sure the readers would have taken. So here is a small book, Mastering Descriptions by New Age Business Models. This is a book by Professor K. Ganesh. So what happened? It's an interesting story. I met Ganesh in ISB. So I was teaching and then he was also teaching. And Ganesh is the person who was responsible to start Big Basket, Bluestone, and many more companies in India. In fact, these companies were started at his home. So this book is one book which I've read end to end in 2 days. Okay, it talks about 20-30 types of business models, and it has very interesting KPIs. I would love to have you check it out.
Absolutely.
And would definitely recommend our readers. It's a masterclass in how to build digital businesses, and he's one of the most popular professors in ISB.
So before I came into this whole computer thing, I'm coming from UP, and people never saw me without any book. So nowadays, if you see me, whenever we meet, you will always see me with my laptop bag. I never go without it. So the laptop replaced my book, but there's something nostalgic and good about touching a book and reading it.
Yeah, and it helps you. See, I have tried reading books on my phone, but Kindle I try to use it. वो एक WhatsApp notification आएगा, एक Instagram notification, and it'll carry away you. But thank you very much, Amit. Love that you came here and loved the conversations. I have a special thanks for you also, because when we were thinking about naming this podcast, I was debating with multiple names, and the DilSe Omni Talks is something which you suggested, which is definitely SEO friendly, optimized, and it has emotional connect also in it.
Yeah, vernacular थोड़ा थोड़ा रहना चाहिए, I guess.
And yeah, it touches the heart of India. So thank you very much, Amit. So if you have loved today's episode, we bring this omni-channel conversations every fortnight with you, where we bring in different experts from the world of omni-channel and go deep into one topic. So subscribe our YouTube channel and get notified by pressing the bell icon whenever a new episode releases. Also, I would love to hear your feedback, comments, things which you agree, disagree, and learned in the comments below. And we will make sure we reply to every single comment. Also, if you want to learn and get a playbook, subscribe to our newsletter, and we will share detailed playbook of all the things which we are talking about in the discussion so far. So enjoy watching and keep sharing.